If you're smart, you've probably noticed something frustrating. People with half your intelligence make twice your money. You analyze every angle, you optimize every decision, you see problems others miss, and somehow you end up stuck while they just execute and win. This isn't a coincidence. Psychology reveals it's actually your intelligence that's keeping you broke, and here's exactly how the trap works. Let me describe what this looks like. You spend weeks researching the perfect business idea, while someone else launches something mediocre and makes money. You overanalyze which skill to learn, while others just pick one and get good enough to sell it. You see all the ways something could fail, so you never start. Sound familiar? This is the intelligence trap, and it's not about lacking drive. It's about how your brain is wired to process versus act. Here's the first mechanism. Smart people suffer from what psychologists call maximizer bias. Your brain doesn't want a solution, it wants the optimal solution. So you keep researching, comparing, waiting for certainty. Meanwhile, people with less processing power, they just pick something that seems good enough and move. And here's the brutal truth. In business, good enough executed beats perfect planned every single time. While you're still in the planning phase, they're in the iteration phase. They're learning from real feedback. You're learning from hypotheticals. Intelligence makes you see infinite possibilities, but money is made by people who pick one and commit. Second trap. You confuse complexity with value. Smart people think if it's too simple, it can't be valuable. So you reject basic business models. You dismiss obvious opportunities. You look for sophisticated solutions to sophisticated problems. But the market doesn't care about sophistication. It cares about problems solved. Research from behavioral economics shows that consumers will pay for perceived value, not intellectual complexity. The guy making six figures drop shipping, he's not smarter than you. He just understands simple solution to real problem equals money. You're trying to build a rocket ship when people just need a bicycle. Third, and this one's uncomfortable, some intelligent people unconsciously signal status through not pursuing money. Here's how it works. If you grew up told smart people don't care about money or business is shallow, your brain created an identity conflict. To maintain your intellectual identity, you have to prove you're above materialism. So you self-sabotage financially, because deep down, making money would betray the identity you've built. Psychology calls this identity protection behavior. You're not lazy, you're just protecting who you think you're supposed to be. And that identity is keeping you broke. Fourth, you resent people who succeed through obvious methods. When you see someone making money doing something you consider beneath you, dropshipping, affiliate marketing, basic consulting, your ego reacts. That's so simple. Anyone could do that. Exactly. But you didn't, because your intelligence made you believe you needed a more sophisticated approach. Psychologists call this intellectual elitism bias, and it costs you. The people making money aren't smarter. They just don't have the ego barrier that stops them from doing obvious things that work. Here's what's actually happening in your brain. Your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for planning, analysis, and foresight, is overactive. Meanwhile, the brain's action centers, the motor cortex and basal ganglia, are understimulated. You're stuck in perpetual simulation mode. Intelligence literally overdevelops the parts of your brain that plan and underdevelops the parts that execute. That's why you can see the path clearly, but never walk it. So, how do you break this? Step 1. Accept good enough as a strategy. Stop optimizing. Pick the first viable path and commit for 90 days. No pivoting, no research, just execution. Step 2. Decouple intelligence from outcome. Being smart doesn't mean your ideas should be complex. It means you can simplify complex problems into sellable solutions. Step 3. Track action, not analysis. Measure how many things you ship, not how many things you plan. Your metric isn't how smart is this, it's does this move money. Step 4. Expose yourself to stupid success. Follow people making money in ways you consider beneath you. Study them. Implement their methods. Kill your ego. The intelligence trap is real, and if you're stuck in it, you already know. You've been telling yourself, one day I'll figure out the right approach. But the people making money, they figured out the trap. Intelligence is a tool, not an identity. Smart people who make money don't have better ideas. They just execute mediocre ideas consistently. And once you accept execution beats optimization, everything changes. If you want more psychology that reveals why smart people fail and how to fix it, subscribe, because here we don't celebrate intelligence, we weaponize it.